You're listening to the WMD podcast. There's explicit content. So, you know, these things that they don't always go perfectly.
You feel like one sip of that drink, like you're like fouling over your words real quick.
No, it's like the early WMDs, man. Can't hardly get a word right.
Yeah. How was that? Welcome to blah 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 blah.
I mean, I remember when we did. Yeah, I remember when we did the long form introduction, man. It was like when we were thinking like way early on, like within the first like 10 episodes, when we were doing the long form introduction, and then mind you, the first 10 episodes that apparently have not seen the light of day ever since we switched over to SoundCloud, apparently.
Oh yeah, those ones, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're on here.
They're on here. Oh yeah, no, they are on here.
Yeah.
They're on here. You probably heard a little bit from the best stuff.
Probably.
The best stuff.
The good old days.
As those episodes. The good old days when we had a 3-man booth, and
like 17 microphones in our face.
17 microphones in our face. Yeah.
No idea what we were doing.
Dude, like we have any idea what we're doing now.
Hey, we're doing it.
We're doing it. We've been doing it for 150 episodes now.
Yeah, that's a long time.
that's a
long time to do it.
Still waiting on being discovered, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to all you out here.
You know.
How was your weekend, man? Oh God, I'm fucking slowly dying over here. I need to get some damn Dayquil. Go ahead, keep talking.
My weekend was.
You told me a little bit about your weekend.
It was a fat boy weekend.
Fat boy weekend.
So basically, like, I took all of the well, I guess there's a little bit of backstory where it's all like, you know, I'm trying to clean up. You know, you want to clean out the fridge and the freezer, and of course in the fridge and freezer maybe some like old food that's not bad, but it's like it's nearing that point. You need to get rid of it.
Also, you like forgot about it for a while.
Yeah, so it's you know, it's like a bunch of like freezer burned chicken nuggets, freezer burned fish sticks, microwave burritos, mini tacos, taquitos, just all that stuff. But basically, it's like party food, you know, or like game day food, you know. That's like a bunch of shit left over and all that.
No random lumpia in there, real quick.
No, that got taken care of within the week after Thanksgiving. That got taken care of. So. All right. Went to town, like maybe fried up maybe like 3 dozen every other day afterwards. With all the leftover. But yeah, so I had a fat boy weekend, and I had a bunch of like leftover beer from Thanksgiving and like all this shit, and I would like eat, and then I'd like pass out, wake up, eat again, pass out, and then wake up, UFC, eat during the UFC, drink during the UFC. I got hammered during the UFC, dude.
Did you?
Yeah.
You're just getting.
Yeah, I good thing my typing was on point, because after the UFC, which we're gonna get into, I said I basically said something to the effect of, "Oh man, that was a great night of fights. I'm gonna go and get drunk now." I was already drunk.
You still drunk?
I was already hammered. So I was all like, so basically it was this code word for like, I'm gonna go to sleep. Great night of fights. I'm passing back out. But of course, not before I
indulge us more alcohol.
Went ham some more. Yes.
That's your shit, though.
You know, it was. I mean, it wasn't great. I mean, freaking yesterday morning and this morning, because Sunday was round 2. You know what I'm saying? Where I didn't eat all like the frozen stuff. I just ate like leftover whatever that was in there. Apparently I don't recommend it for everybody, but apparently the a third of the hull of the ham was still good, so I ate that. You know, yeah, and of course I couldn't leave out. I went to town on like pies and fucking had some leftover Halloween chocolate left over, and with you freaking put all that up together, throw some Cool Whip on top. You know what I'm saying? You know, throw some cool.
You go full ham on that, brother.
Throw some Cool Whip on top. Had drank a nice tall cup of coffee with a little bit of that little bit of that fancy Heritage Farm whiskey on it. Yeah, bourbon. Excuse me, Heritage Farm bourbon on it. And it was a happy day. I'm recovering though. I'm still feeling it right now. Like I feel like I'm about to bust out of my belt. I think I fucked up the elastic in my drawers.
Just couldn't handle the growth. Like, it's like we can't do it no more.
It's just so drastic, you know.
It's all saying like, oh, it's normal. Oh God. Oh Lord.
So how's your weekend? You almost died, right? You wanted to die.
Yeah, I wanted to die.
you wanted to die.
I got a little sick over the weekend. But that's how it is. You got a kid and shit. They're full of little. You know,
they got all the microbes.
Petri dish.
yeah. Man. They bring home everything from the school, and of course, the schools are a breeding ground for basically every contagious disease under the sun, airborne contagious disease under the sun.
And plus whatever fucking else. Like Jesus Christ, yeah.
You know, and of course, like you have a 4-year-old, like 4, 5, 6, 7. They touch everything.
Yeah, touch everything.
So
yeah. So got a little sick, and then worked all weekend. Had a nice relaxing day Sunday. A kid came over, and she was also sick. So we just kind of.
Is her mother ever sick?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
gotta be.
Okay,
right? I can't be the only one taking this, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm wondering. She's like her mother's always like 100%. You're just like got the brunt of like the whatever shit's going on.
Also, it's that time of season though too, man. Like
yes,
everybody just gets sick. Everybody also like stays inside more, so you can't really like go outside and try to like get it out your system. Like if you like cough in your room, like it's gonna stay here forever. It's like gonna be floating in the corner somewhere.
Yeah,
get you sick later. Bastard. But yeah, just something yesterday. We were gonna try to get a podcast today, but I was like, nah.
Yeah.
I stayed on that couch. I probably got a new indentation on that couch, like just how I was laying on that thing yesterday. And my baby was up on, like just laying on me too. We just sat there.
Just sat there all sick.
Just up in a blanket, just watching whatever
Fucking Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix.
You gaming a little bit.
Until later in the night.
Okay.
Until later in the night. Because, like, it was actually the first time I left my heat on for, like, more than, like, 30 minutes. That's how, like, bad I was feeling.
Okay.
It's bad if I'm, like, if I turn my heat on. I'm not a fan of turning my heat on. I'm going to pay for that bill.
Yeah.
But I was like, I need to eat. I need to get at least a little, like, warm in here. But, yeah, I was like, it's whatever. It's just a long weekend. I got to work tonight. And we'll see, hopefully, then I get Wednesday off. Yeah. Then back on the grind.
Back on the grind.
So, that's good, though. Work. Keep me busy. Hopefully get some money. Because it's fucking holiday season. That shit's expensive.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Fucking shit's expensive.
Nothing like the holiday season to make you realize how broke you are.
Have you also noticed like most jobs give you like a raise like during the holiday season?
Yeah, bonuses.
You get bonuses and shit.
You get bonuses in the
like, oh, hell yeah. And I got to buy all this extra shit because they know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you broke asshole, here you go.
Yeah, Christmas bonuses and all that.
And shit. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
you might be almost dead in the water here, buddy. Hate to bring it up, but we did it earlier.
Talk about our pick'em?
The pick'ems, yeah.
Okay, so this was it week 14.
14, yeah.
Week 14 was just the other day, right? Just yesterday. And so in our pick'em that week, you led 3 games to 2. Thus expanding your lead once again to 5.
5.
So the current total is 54 to 49, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. So I got 2 weeks left. We just did our pick'em. You didn't have the easiest time though.
No, mine's a rough schedule this week.
You had a rough schedule. So maybe if I can get one of those good, nice little clean sweep weeks, and say you get a big old goose egg, which hasn't happened yet. No one's gotten a goose egg.
I don't want no goose egg over here.
Then we're tied up going to last week.
Yeah.
That'd make it really interesting.
Yeah.
Because also too our Browns record tiebreaker is now
out the water.
It's done. They got 5 wins, so nobody wins.
No one saw it coming.
Nobody saw it coming. Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is if I win, let's say I get 3, you get 2. If it's above 6, you can't catch up.
No, yeah. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Right now, you're teetering right now.
Yes, if you win this week by a point, I automatically lose.
Yeah,
a point or more, I automatically
right
lose.
to the bar.
automatically lose.
Sit at the bar, you eat those wings.
No, I'm not sitting.
I'm like a big old dinner bell too. Like, everyone's gonna know what's going on.
I'm not sitting. I'm not sitting. I'm not sitting at the bar. I don't want an audience for like dudes all look me all fucked up.
I mean, it's only 10 minutes of your life, dude.
No. The challenge is 10 minutes of my life. There's the recovery period. That's while I'm like I just got out of the shower.
Yeah. Sweating, just damp.
And I don't have the best facial expressions when I eat something really hot. I look like one of those you know those goats with the flickering tongues?
Yeah.
I look like that.
Oh no, I got a video of one time.
Yeah, so yeah. So I mean, I'm not looking forward to it, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to it. Of course, it's like our very first like pick'em challenge. You were a co-loser.
It was yeah.
You were a co-loser. You got it pretty bad, but not as bad as our boy Chong Diesel, close personal friend of the program, who like literally almost died. Like
yeah, he almost got it bad.
he almost went to the emergency room. Okay.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, like we've yeah. This would be a big one, big old W in my record book.
Yeah.
I need this one.
You need this one. And
since we've gotten more of adulting now that we would do the stupid shit now, like, we're gonna do let's do hot stuff. Yeah, that's a great fucking idea. Jesus. But yeah, man, like we'll see what happens, man. See what happens.
Okay, so there are 3 events to preview. But I want to, of course, devote most of the time to this card we had this past weekend.
Yes.
UFC 231. But before we get into that, I want to mix things up. No news, no announcements, but I want to just preview. There are 3 cards that may be of some interest. 1 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. Excuse me.
Here, excuse this down.
So there's a Bellator doubleheader. Bellator makes its trip to Hawaii this coming weekend. Excuse me. So on Friday, December 14th, in Honolulu, we can call this UFC or not UFC, Bellator Hawaii Part 1. Friday, there's a rematch for the lightweight championship. Brent Primus and Michael Chandler. They're gonna have the rematch, of course, for those who have forgotten they're supposed to fight before. Primus bowed out due to injury. Their first fight, Chandler was champion. Had some weird thing with his foot, and the doctor stopped it, even though Chandler was knocked Primus down and was beating that ass with basically 1 foot. So of course Chandler wants that back badly. Also on that card we got Frank Mir fighting, and big prospect AJ McKee. That's gonna be on Friday, December 14th. Then on Saturday, December 15th, you got Bellator 213 for the women's flyweight title. Hawaiian girl, local girl, Ilima Leigh McFarland's gonna fight always tough contender Valerie Letourneau. Of course, for those who remember Letourneau, she fought Joanna Jędrzejczyk on that on the undercard of Rousey Holm.
That's right.
Yeah, she's always tough. She went to decision in that fight, but Letourneau had some really like horrific weight cuts at 115, but this is at 125 now, and she's looked a lot healthier. I think she has a 2-fight winning streak in Bellator ever since she jumped ship there. On the undercard, we also got Lyoto Machida. He's fighting against former 185 Bellator champion Rafael Carvalho. And also we got a great light heavyweight fight between King Mo and Liam McGeary.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So that's always fun. So that's a Bellator doubleheader. Friday the 14th and Saturday the 15th. Should be both live on DAZN and hopefully also both on the Paramount Network as well.
Hopefully.
Let's see. Now there's also a UFC card on December 15th. Say you don't have DAZN, And you want to watch fights with no tape delay?
That's also a big thing. Yeah,
That's a big thing.
You also you don't know the answers to already.
Exactly. We got a really good fight night for the UFC. Not just the fight night. UFC on Fox, Big Fox.
Yeah, Big Fox.
It's a rematch between Kevin Lee and Al Iaquinta. They fought once before with Iaquinta getting the decision victory. Is it decision victory?
I think it was a decision. Yeah.
But now, of course, let's see. Kevin Lee's last fight was a win against Barboza, I believe, and Al Iaquinta's last fight was he stepped in on 4 days' notice against Khabib
For the belt.
For the belt, and went decision, by the way.
Went decision. Yes, went to decision.
He went decision, which was a big deal.
Alaquinta's always tough though.
He is, and I mean, it's also one of those things too, where like it's good to see, it's interesting to see where they're both at. Kevin Lee has obviously improved since they last fought.
Yes.
But Al Iaquinta beats the fuck out of people.
That's
Fuck
just
KO Diego
what he
Sanchez,
does.
you know.
That's what he does.
That's what he does, right? Anyway, of course, he went to decision with Khabib. Can't say that for everybody.
No.
And on the undercard, we got a pretty good undercard here too. Edson Barboza is fighting Dan Hooker. That's a great ass fight. That's a really good fight, dude.
That's an awesome
fight. Also, Rob Font against Sergio Pettis. Sergio Pettis, I think this will be his third or fourth time fighting this year.
Yeah.
Sergio Pettis has been very active. This is in Milwaukee, so of course they're gonna be riding Pettis' nuts.
Oh yeah.
And of course we got to round off, we got two veterans. Jim Miller still doing the damn thing, fighting Charles Oliveira.
Is that his actual nickname? Hilarious though. Jim Miller's doing the damn thing.
Yeah, do they?
That'd be great.
Let's see.
You also got your girl on here though.
My girl's on here, and I'm excited. I'm very excited.
You guys got Bobby Green on there too. That's not a bad little card.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad. I dig it.
It's a nice little.
Yeah.
Nice little card, man. Like it's also free.
Yeah, live and free on Big Fox.
Big Fox, it's a good one to have. Good old Big Fox, doing big things out here.
All right, but of course, we want to devote a majority of our focus to this stinker of a card this past Saturday.
So bad.
This absolute stinker.
Terrible card.
UFC 231. Max Holloway and Brian Ortega in the main event for Holloway's featherweight championship, and the co-main event is for the vacant women's flyweight title between Valentina Shevchenko and former strawweight champion Joanna Jędrzejczyk. But of course, before we get into detail into those fights, let's talk about some of these prelims. Actually, let's talk about all of these prelims because we did predictions.
Yeah.
So it kicked off with the Spartan, Elias Theodorou, against your boy, Eric Anders.
Man.
Elias Theodorou, he's very elusive.
He is very elusive.
He moves around a lot.
That hair, man. He let it flow around a little bit. Yeah. Get distracted.
Yeah, he relies on his kicks. He does that moving around bob, like he bobs around a lot. It's but it's with purpose. Like I likened it, not online because I didn't think of it until later. But I kind of likened it to like Paige Van Zandt kind of does this like weird like bobbing thing, but it's clear that she doesn't know what she's doing, and that's not a knock on women's MMA. That's a knock on her, because she's just a pretty face. We all know that, right? She did a
switch kick.
Beck Rawlings, who's apparently is like a bare knuckle boxing champion now. which is crazy. But Elias Theodorou, he's very awkward. I think Paul Felder called it unawkward awkwardness, something weird like that because he obviously has a purpose.
Yeah,
he's very kick heavy, that Theodorou, while Eric Anders is all about the power.
He's all about that power, son.
And he caught him. Eric Anders clipped him, and got Theodorou into a mess of trouble. I believe it was late in the second round, where honestly, man, given how many times Theodorou was hurt repeatedly, wobbled, trying to clinch and gets clipped again, and of course the hair doesn't help,
Yeah.
I actually scored that at 10-8. So and with Theodora taking 1 and 3, I scored it a draw, but apparently the official scorecard was a split decision. Two 29-28s to Theodoro, and 1 29-28 to Anders. I believe I had Anders winning.
Yeah,
I had Anders winning by decision.
I had Anders winning by KO.
Okay, so that's
Big ol' fat 0.
that's a nil for both of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not both not looking too good on this card, by the way.
No, yeah. The predictions are not looking great. Then next up was a fight in the women's flyweight division between Jessica Ai and Caitlin Chukagian. This is what we predicted. We said it was going to be a stand-up fight. It was going to be a kickboxing match. They both favor the hands,
And Jessica's a really good wrestler, if I remember correctly, though, too. So.
Is she? Okay.
I thought she was a pretty good wrestler, American. I thought she was. I'm tripping. I thought she went to Ohio, she went to college for wrestling.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she kind of mixed martial arts off it. Might be wrong. Maybe that's somebody else.
It could be somebody else.
I don't know. But yeah, it was a stand-up game, and it didn't go the way I wanted it to.
No. I honestly, it was really close. I won via decision. I think every round, honestly, every round to me, it could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Depending on if you're a judge, what you're looking at.
Yeah, that's true. I think it was very close. It was a very close fight all around.
Cause I think Chukagian had the. Here's the thing, though, man. I honestly had her watching the fight. I had Chukagian winning, because even though Jessica Ai pressed forward 90% of the time, while Chukagian was being more elusive like Theodora was in his fight with Anders. Chukagian had the strike advantage in the CompuStrike, maybe twos and threes though.
Yeah.
Like very very slight striking advantage, and of course since effective striking is the first criteria, I would have given it to her, to be honest. So our predictions would have been right.
Yeah, it would have been right.
But the judges saw something else. Of course, it wasn't really protested by Chukagian either. She clapped at the decision because I guess she understood that I had kind of had the control the cage.
Yeah.
To which afterwards I said something to the effect of how she wants the next title shot. Of course, her UFC record isn't great, but she does have 3 straight wins at 125.
I mean, you gotta kind of.
I
mean, also too, she's ranked too, pretty high up from her correct.
I think 8 or 7.
Yeah, 8 or 7 like that.
And also in the post fight, she also got onto Joe a little bit and was like, "Oh, so you can stare at my ass but not invite me onto your podcast," which is kind of a strange call out there, but okay,
Joe's probably like, "Oh, I'm so high right now."
So high right now. Do they got some? Where did this fight take place? In Toronto. Oh yeah, that's right. They got legal weed in Canada. They got legal weed in Canada. I'm thinking is there legal weed where it's at? Yeah, Toronto.
Hell yeah, son.
Hell yeah, son. Okay, so that's a good win for I had Chukagian win by decision.
Me also as well.
It was not happening. Okay.
We're not looking good here, buddy.
Okay. Now next up, a fight between Gilbert Burns and Olivier Aubin-Mercier, the Quebec kid. This was, honestly, it was a systematic beatdown. I think Gilbert Burns, he had the advantage on the takedowns. He had the advantage on the striking. And the Quebec kid's, he's a good wrestler. He's very strong. But Burns was that much stronger,
Yeah, that's crazy. That you think someone a Quebec kid he's very very strong.
Yeah.
So you think, okay, this guy's
he also looks like Forrest Griffin.
He looks like Forrest Griffin. I love that. Love it.
Oh no. But the thing is that he didn't come out, or he wasn't announced as the in the intros. Bruce Buffer didn't announce him as the Quebec kid. He was the Canadian gangster.
That's pretty good too, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a technical beatdown, man. Just
and
the kid's tough. He hung in there as long, he hung in. But
but it just he couldn't overpower him. He couldn't get anything off. on Burns. Obviously, Burns was there to get a. I'm not gonna say close to victory, but he wasn't like he wasn't.
He didn't have like really one a major moment where he was like felt like he was.
Yeah, but when he got into the ground, he was in that top position though. He was raining it down though, you know.
Yeah.
But let's see. So that fight was a unanimous decision, 30-27 on 2 scorecards, and one judge gave OAM one of the rounds, so it was a 29-28 to Burns on that scorecard, and that judge is obviously very blind. Obviously.
Obviously, your blood.
Okay,
But that's the first point of the game right here.
So I had Burns winning
TKO.
by TKO.
Yep. I had the kid.
So that gives me
You got a singular point.
1
buddy.
point.
1 point.
Okay. Now this is very surprising. The feature prelim between Claudia Gadelha and Nina Ansaroff. But the thing is, though, Ansaroff looked really good. She looked really strong. She was even beating Gadelha to the punch, and we know Gadelha is a really relentless striker as well. She's Ansaroff is slightly bigger, a little bit longer, and she used that to her advantage. She looked really strong though. Her takedown defense worked really, really good. You know, and I think Ansaroff I read somewhere on Twitter that Ansaroff, after like UFC 195, after she had like lost she had like lost badly or whatever, she was thinking about retiring. She's now 4 straight wins in the strawweight division.
Yeah, that's moving up, man.
Yeah,
Moving up time.
So I don't know what
But Claudia's a big fucking name to have in your resume though too.
it is.
That's
It is.
huge.
Yes, it is. You know, and
Former champ, person's
no contender.
contender. Yeah.
Yeah. And,
That's right. Yeah.
And she basically she'd beaten almost everybody except for like Joanna. You know.
Yeah.
So it's that's
huge.
good thing to have on your resume. I think Ansaroff, she was 11th before the fight, and with this victory, she should jump to the top 10.
She should be probably top 8.
Maybe top 8, yeah. Oh, yeah,
8.
because Claudia is like 3.
Yeah.
So she's probably top 8 for sure.
Sure.
So then this gives her a lot of juicy fights.
I mean, if she wins 1 or 2 more, man, that's got to make a contendership out there.
Yeah, and she could fight a bunch of girls like who's like Tisha or KK or something, you know. Either of those fights are very interesting. I had Gadelha winning, so that's we'll strike that as an L for me.
I also had the same thing you did.
Okay.
I'm looking good here, buddy.
Man, let's talk about this Thiago Santos versus Jimmy Manuwa.
Whoo!
dude, this first round was wild as fuck. This first round was so wild, dude. It was like both dudes were swimming with bad intentions, and they would clinch up for like a little break before they'd be like, all right, let's get back into the fire, you know. and they both clipped each other. They both clipped each other. I believe it was. Dang, I believe the combined strikes was like. Man, it was like in the 90s or something. Like going,
Just going into it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The combined strikes was like in the 90s. I don't know. Might have been, I might have even broke 100. I don't know. It looked like, but they were like, man, fuck this ground shit. let's just.
I got time for no ground shit out here.
And this is Thiago Santos' second fight at light heavyweight.
He was good at light heavyweight, dude.
But you look at him though, you couldn't believe he was a middleweight.
No.
Like he's fucking big, dude.
Yeah,
like how the hell was Thiago Santos ever a middleweight, right?
Well, how did Anthony Rumble Johnson get?
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, they killed themselves on the scale, you know.
No, he looks good. I think it was great right now, light heavy. I think he needs to stay
Yeah.
there and just, he looks like he's healthy. He's got more gas in the tank. That was like his thing when he was a little lighter. He was the gas in the tank was the issue for him. He got tired.
Now, of course, remember this fight. I mean, I put on Twitter. I called this a certified banger. You know, you know what I'm saying? And it delivered. The ending sequence was Jimmy Manuwa back against the cage, fucking Santos set it up with an uppercut, which snapped his head back, all crazy like, and then finished it off with a hook. Boom! Face plant. Manuel face planted, and I had Santos winning.
Yeah, by decision though.
That's true. It's true.
Yeah, that's 2 points for you. All together.
Yes. Yeah. Total of 2 points.
All 2 points.
Okay.
I had Jimmy second round TKO, so I got the round and the
Yeah,
method right.
you just didn't have the winner.
No, dude, like, Jimmy Man was always a scary guy, though. You know. That's
Oh
the thing
no!
about it. So
Well,
it's
I mean, this fight showed that too because he fucking clipped fucking Santos too and shit. You know that they went back and forth with it.
So. What is a fight though? God damn, it was a fight.
Okay. Very quickly, let's talk about Hakeem Dawodu and Kyle Bochniak. Of course, Kyle Bochniak got the honors of being on pay-per-view due to his toughness, right? But then Hakeem Dawodu
Said fuck you.
said fuck that toughness. I mean, this was out of all the fights though. This was, you could call this the most boring one, but it was it was interesting to me though because like. It's Bochniak is tough and he's fast. Of course, Hakeem Dawodu with a name like that, you got to be fast and explosive, right?
Yep.
So to me it was an interesting matchup. The scores had it. See, this is how funny judging is to me because the scores. It's always interesting when one judge has a 30-27 one way and the other judge has a 30-27 the other way. Because then it's obvious that they're looking at two different fights. It seems like, right?
Yeah, that's what I feel like too, right? That's why they need the monitors, man.
Yeah. But Dawodu was the rightful winner. He won via split decision. You look good, of course. I think it's safe. I think it's fair to say that he's a prospect,
Yeah.
Which is why he's on this card,
No, so you got to pay per view on,
Yeah.
So we'll have to see more of him though when it comes up to it.
Damn, can we talk about Gunnar Nelson?
Big ass Gunnar Nelson out here.
Can we talk about Gunnar Nelson, man?
Whoo, son.
Damn. So okay.
Ooh, yes, we can talk about him.
So Gunnar Nelson looked incredible.
Yeah, he looked really good.
He looked fucking incredible. So from the get go, he looked really strong. He just something of note. I remember Gunnar Nelson had the body lock on him. It was gonna drag Cowboy Oliveira to the ground. Oliveira grabbed the cage, obviously prevented it. He only got off with a warning. I think these referees, they have no balls, man. It literally prevented a takedown.
Yeah, that's like you get.
So it should be point deduction.
Yeah.
If it literally prevents a takedown.
Referees are pussies out here, son.
Well, they are, man. Like, how many times have you heard Herb Dean give like 20 warnings before he takes a point?
That's true.
It's like okay. First off, it should be the boxing system. You give a soft warning. That's the first warning. Then a hard warning. Third warning should be a point deduction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, somebody grabbing the cage prevented takedown though.
That's an automatic point deduction.
Yeah.
Because it actually affected the way of the fight. If it's an accidental eye poke or accidental nut shot, then you do warnings. Okay.
But if it's an intentional eye
But
poke.
if it's intentional eye poke or intentional nut shot, like he's looking at the referee, fucking like, I'm gonna knee this motherfucker in the nuts in the clinch. You know what I'm saying? Like looks at the referee like, yo, watch this. But now, intentional, right? Okay.
Tells him to. I'm gonna just do nuts.
But it's, I think of course you can't always like predict intent, right? But clearly when it comes to a cage grab that prevents a takedown, the intent is completely obvious.
Oh yeah.
So that of course that's your instant point deduction. It wouldn't have mattered anyway because eventually, Gunny did get him down got him on his back, and kept trying to do work. He had a nice tight body triangle and all that.
Oh yeah.
He looked really good.
Gun on the ground's filthy still.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Gun on the ground's
Oh yeah.
filthy.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things where where it's like, of course, there's levels to this shit, right? We all saw what Damian Maia did to Gunnar Nelson, but Gunnar Nelson is a better jiu-jitsu player than, say, 80% of the welterweight division.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know? So it's like, and it showed here, and of course, he's lifting weights now.
Yeah, he's looking big, son.
He's looking big.
Looking big as a motherfucker.
Okay, so this second round, damn, this second round, I just want to talk about this ending sequence, bro, okay? Fucking, so Gunny got mount, and Gunny was bringing down this one elbow, which it was like the double impact, where the elbow went through Cowboy's Oliveira's skull, and it was like a double impact. It was here, like to the forehead, and in the back of the head to the canvas. Okay, it was double impact, right? And automatically it started leaking, son, like on World Star. Okay, he leaking, dude. He was bad, like a fucking faucet. Like y'all remember when Damian Maia neck cracked Rick Story and blood started coming out of his nose like a faucet?
Yeah.
It was like that, but coming from Cowboy Oliveira's forehead. Okay, it was bad. It was a nasty elbow, man. It was one of those old school Joe Lozano elbows from back in the Ultimate Fighter days. But it actually landed.
If you don't know that though,
You know?
if that still landed this day, I gotta be dead.
I think I'd be dead. Yeah. And then, so then, you know, got his back, got the rear naked choke in. And you know, and Gunnar Nelson said with the media in the back after the fight, he said, like, when I saw the blood, I knew one thing. Oh, this choke is gonna be slippery. I'm gonna slip in this choke easy. That's something to that effect. It's gonna make this choke slip in easy. The blood, you know, because we all know how. For any of those who've bled, like profusely, it is probably the slipperiest substance ever. You know.
Yeah,
it's like more slippery than Vaseline. Really, I don't know what it is about blood, you know, but it's like really slippery, right? Oh, I'm not gonna get into that.
Also mixed with like the sweat too and all the, you know.
Yes, and of course, yeah, mixed with the sweat too. So there's more of it.
More of it. Yeah.
Well, but that's what adds to the effect, though. You know, in professional wrestling back in the day when they bladed.
Yeah.
What made the blood look way more crazy was that they were sweating.
Yeah.
You know.
They were working it, so just gushing
yeah,
out.
exactly. Because if it were just like dry, it'd just be like a little bit.
Yeah.
But with that sweat, makes it look like.
Unless you fuck up and like, was it like Eddie Guerrero?
Eddie Guerrero, yeah,
like,
he actually hit an artery, and he lost like a pint and a half or something. But he worked the match though.
Yeah.
He worked the match, but then like. That really fucked him up though for a while. Like he was off screen for like a couple months.
Yeah, we had to be there.
You know what I'm saying?
He's still getting blood back in his system.
It really fucked him up. But it was like that though with this fucking elbow, son, on Cowboy Oliveira, man, and Gunnar Nelson. He looked really good, you know, and remember, you know, it's interesting because you know Gunnar's been away for a year. You know, after that controversial loss to Ponzinibbio, and then he was healing up some injuries.
Yeah.
So a lot of people didn't know how he was gonna look. Honestly, to me, I didn't think he was gonna look that good. You know.
Okay. He showed me that weight load, like he was doing all that weight load. I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
he looks
right.
huge now, son.
Okay, so you had him. You had Nelson winning.
Nelson winning by submission. In the third.
Oh, okay. So you got 2 points.
2 points.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. All right.
So. I mean, if I wish I called, you know, that was me not knowing if he was gonna come, you know, how he was coming back. So, but he looks good though too. If he keeps this up, man, he's gonna help him make another run hopefully.
And to be fair, you know, like not many people do that to Cowboy Oliveira either.
No, Cowboy Oliveira's tough.
Yeah, he's tough. He's tough. He's a rare breed when it comes to toughness. I remember he had that. Like, you know, I mean, when he fought Yancey, that was like that was a fight of the year contender, you know.
Oh yeah, dude, that was fucking insane.
That was insane, right?
Both of them fucking left it all out there.
Okay, was Gunnar still ranked even though he was away for a while? I think he was still ranked. Because I want to see Gunnar get back in.
He's ranked 14.
Okay, so he lost a bunch of spots.
Yeah.
Because I want to see Gunnar get back in there as soon as possible, honestly. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, Gunnar, like, Oliveira was 13, so.
Okay.
But so I don't think he's gonna move up that much. But I mean, like the way he looked though.
Yeah, he should break it into the top 10 though. I think he should break it into the top 10.
Yeah.
And then, I mean that's and of course welterweight's fucking. There's hell of people. Welterweight.
Yeah.
Welterweight.
A lot of people in there too.
There's a lot of people in there, man.
A lot of people want it.
A lot of people. Okay, so now on to the co-main. We got Valentina Shevchenko against Joanna Jędrzejczyk. I'm simply gonna say Valentina versus Joanna, which is what I did on Twitter.
On Twitter?
So of course, I mean, let's a little bit of backstory here. They fought each other 3 times in kickboxing rules. I think Muay Thai rules in the Muay Thai World Championships.
Yeah.
This was 06, 07, 08. Obviously, they're both young as hell. They're both young as fuck. Both in their like. Damn, so like they both would have been like 19, 20, 21 when this shit happened.
Yeah.
Right? Can you imagine that, right? Okay. When those fights happened, with Valentina winning all 3 times, that was at 125. That's the weight here now. Of course, Joanna Jędrzejczyk is the former long reigning strawweight champion. She's going up. Since her accolade, she got the fast track to the title.
Yeah.
Right. While Valentina earned it by beating a bunch of girls down.
A bunch of them.
Bunch of girls down, and having also some solid wins at 135 as well.
That's true.
Which also kind of fast tracked her a little bit.
Well, also to this at 135, she should have been champion already.
Yeah. A lot of people thought she beat Nunes.
Yeah.
Of course, Valentina was supposed to fight. Valentina was supposed to fight Nico Montano. That was a few months ago. That she was the inaugural flyweight champion.
And she did.
Now every time you mention Montano to Valentina, she simply asks, "Who's that?" And on Twitter, of course, it's accompanied by a picture of Randy Savage. And was it that was savage? Like, the Randy Savage memes are really good, where it's there's this picture of Randy Savage like sitting on a dock looking at a lake holding his title, and it says, "When the response is so savage, you got to think about it for a while." right. There's also a picture of the old WCW. With Randy Savage standing next to Sid Vicious, and it says, "Well, it's not just savage, but even just a little bit vicious." You know what I'm saying? Like shit. They're really clever with that shit, man. Those people on the social media, But of course, this fight, man. I said something to the effect of, this is going to be a volume striker versus counterpuncher fight.
Yeah.
In the kickboxing realm.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, of course, this is MMA. And, man, is Valentina strong.
Very strong.
She's very strong. Every time she got multiple takedowns in this fight against Joanna. And Joanna, we don't see Joanna very much on her back.
No.
Because at 115, her takedown defense is actually pretty good.
Yeah, but I think this little extra in there.
Yeah, and but every time Valentina took her down, she was automatically in side control. So what this told me was that clearly the groundwork is not it's not just the size but the proficiency in groundwork is not the same.
Yeah.
Because not very often did you see Joanna trying to like get into guard or anything.
No, because you always know that. I think we all know that Joanna's ground game isn't the best. She's known as a striker and all that stuff too. Yeah. And also, now you said though too, her takedown defense is usually so good. Yes. You don't really see her in that position that often.
Yeah.
Or ever.
Right. Or ever. Right. But then of course when it came to the standing, it was what it was. Valentina always acted second as a response because she likes to counter. Joanna, Joanna again had the volume. She tried to work off the jab, but it looked like you can tell that everything Valentina did was just a little bit harder.
Yeah.
So then, like, Joanna would try to land like a jab to like head body, but then like Valentina would like throw a jab, and it was just a little bit harder. You know, it had a little more impact, and then the hook had a little more impact. You know, even a leg kick. You know, where Joanna would have like a more of a full force leg kick. Valentina would respond with like more of a slapping leg kick, and it'd look even.
Yeah.
You know? A lot of people online gave all 5 rounds to Valentina. It's possible maybe the third or fourth that you could give it to Joanna, and I know that the 3 of the judges, I believe 3 of the judges did 49-46 all across the board. But that being said, she's been waiting for this for a long time. We already called her the de facto flyweight champion, and she's earned her title.
Yep.
Finally. So she's very happy. Now, of course, they're man, it's crazy. You know, unfortunately, I feel like this women's flyweight division is like the men's flyweight division. That's apparently
I think so too.
1 foot in, 1 foot out.
The nice thing about this division, though, the women's division is that too. There's a lot of people that can go up.
Yeah.
115. A lot of people can come down.
Yes. So you can get a lot of contenders.
Yeah.
But where it stands right now, it's Valentina is there. She's the queen.
And nobody.
But then there's nobody.
Even with Joanna going in there.
Yeah.
You know, but that's like a guest appearance. You know.
Right. Exactly. Now, obviously, 2 through 15. All those girls can become very competitive with each other.
Yes.
But then when it comes to the champion, they can't be competitive with the champion, which is like
it's like 145.
Also like 145, right?
There's like 4 people in there.
Where it's so top heavy that it's tipping over, you know?
Well, it's Cyborg and Holly, I guess.
Yeah, and then you got Megan Anderson, who, you know, I mean, she lost to Holly, so it's like.
Well, Megan Anderson's got the date with Kat Zingano though too.
Yo, you got Zingano coming up.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to see, man. Like I don't know. Like that's 145 is a tough division. Like I wish, and so is like this division, the flyweight. It's like okay, you have this one person who's so fucking good.
Yeah.
And such a killer that kind of like everybody else, like you said, everybody else be more competitive with each other.
Yeah.
But she's gonna have that whole JJ like run through for a little bit. She's gonna run through like fucking like 12 people.
Yeah.
And then
someone's eventually gonna be skilled enough to beat her, maybe. You know?
Yeah, maybe.
So I mean, who knows? Because honestly, it's like, okay, what's next for Valentina? Anyone's guess is as good as mine. You know?
We don't know.
Because you can say any name and I'll say sure. Because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now for JJ, of course she has a desire to even though the weight cut is very difficult at 115, she's obviously very competitive there. She beat Tisha Torres this past summer, I believe, right at 115. So
yeah, that was a good fight.
She can she's still very competitive there and
but the problem is, as long as Rose holding that damn belt though.
Yeah.
She can't get a title shot.
Exactly.
You can't go 3 times in a row.
Yeah, unless she gets a string of wins, you know, because of course that second Rose fight was obviously close.
Yeah.
The first fight was obviously a decisive, you know. But if she can get a couple wins, I mean, you know, there's always that X factor, dude. Talking about Khabib Swaragomedov. 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 Khabib Swaragomedov. She's there. There's that X factor.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we got that division's gonna like. I don't know what is next for Rose in that division. I don't know who's up there next. Andrade.
Yeah, I believe it's Andrade. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Andrade beat what's her face. Who did she beat to get the title shot?
Knocked out KK. Your future ex-wife.
Future ex-wife. Knocked
the fuck out of KK.
That poor thing. She hasn't recovered yet. I think her eye looks a little wonky now. Bisping treatment. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It's okay. Then her standards have lowered, and now you have a chance.
Yes. You know? The dreams, man. The fucking dreams out here.
I think her guy's wonky now.
I'm getting it's not wonky. But she hasn't been posting as much on Instagram, so I know something's up with her.
I mean, honestly, women's 125 is interesting, but of course it's so top heavy.
Well,
but it's like,
but also with 125 though, it's nice for some of the females that are in 115. They can not have that extreme weight cut.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And the girls that are up a weight class can be like, all right, well, you need me to come down there real quick. Sure, I'll come down there real quick and see what's up.
Cause I was thinking, because 125, 125 does have a lot of good girls who may be killers within the next within the next couple of years. You're talking about like that chick that everyone's high on, Macy Barber.
Yeah.
Aspen Ladd.
Yep.
Mackenzie Dern. Even
Yep.
it's like those are some names that you may be interested in if Valentina keeps this title for a couple of years.
And those three right there are already like, I think they all start like, they're gonna probably jump in with each other here pretty soon too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
What's going down to 125? There's somebody else in there.
Someone else is going down.
Someone else going down to 125. I thought I heard a rumor mill, but what happens all now.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So it's a great win for Valentina. Now she gets to go on her little victory tour to Peru, where she resides with her sister, and get to go to Kyrgyzstan, where she's originally from, and shit, and get the star-studded treatment.
Yeah.
But of course, Valentina, man, Valentina, as cool as a cucumber as always. I mean, she really when she won the title, she was obviously very happy, but she acted like she'd been like it was supposed to be that way anyway.
She already knew.
Yeah, exactly.
She already knew. Exactly. So,
yes,
it's time.
It's time for the main event.
For us to be the doubters that we thought we were.
Actually, no, hold on. I had Valentina winning by decision.
So did I.
You did? Okay.
So we tied.
Okay. What's the point? How many points you got now?
I got 2.
Yeah, 2.
I got 4 altogether.
Okay.
You have 4 altogether.
Okay.
We tied.
Okay.
Because we're doubters.
Okay. So we're tied. We're tied. Fuck.
We're tied.
We're really tied.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I got gunner submission. That got me 2.
Oh, it did. That's right. Fuck. Fucking A. Okay.
That by itself got me 2.
Okay. Yeah. So this main event between Max Holloway and Brian Ortega. So okay. Damn. I guess hindsight is 20/20, obviously, right? But now. I mean, now looking back. Man, Brian Ortega was the betting favorite.
Yeah, he was. He was the opening favorite.
And betting favorite. And then now you look at it and you're like, man, what were they thinking? But of course.
But we also.
Yes.
Saw the same thing too.
Yes, because there were a lot of questions coming in about Max Holloway, right?
That's true.
The weight cut was the big one, right? The weight cut was a big one because even though Max has never missed weight, he's always looked terrible on the scale.
Yep.
Because he's enormous.
And now somebody punched him in his fucking leg. Somebody sucker punched him, I guess. He got punch drunk last time.
Yeah. And so we don't even know what that is. No, like no one knows what happened to him when he had to withdraw the first time.
Yeah.
Right. So those are the questions. There's a lot of questions going in about Max Holloway's health, about his weight. So that's why, of course, hindsight's 20/20, but it's not a huge surprise that Ortega
was the betting favorite.
Was the betting
also,
favorite.
he was on a huge fight win streak. He didn't lose
yet. Yes, he was undefeated.
So he had a hype train behind him.
Yeah, and he was coming off of knocking out Frankie Edgar, which nobody does.
No one does.
So, okay, so let's see.
Nobody does. But boy, were we fucking wrong.
Yeah. So, okay, so clearly, Max Holloway had the striking advantage.
Oh yeah.
From the opening bell, you could tell who's a lot more comfortable on the feet. Obviously Brian Ortega, every fight his striking is improving, right?
Yeah.
Every fight's improving. But I mean, against a guy like Holloway, with just the range, that jab was getting through basically at will.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing look like Ortega's the first time in a boxing ring. I felt like we were just getting torched. He
was getting eaten up on the feet. Then in the first round, Ortega he tried to go for a takedown because of course what is his strong suit in this fight? The ground, right?
Yeah.
The grappling, right? He's a Henry Gracie black belt, and he's I think at least 3/4 of his wins are submissions. You know?
Yeah.
He's a big submission guy, or even more than that. Maybe
Also, let's also note too. He's also very big for the weight class too.
Yes, they're both big for the weight class. Yeah. But it was very interesting. Max defended the takedown, and it was like we're keeping it on the feet. And we saw Max fucking taunting. Of course. Max it looks like a guy who's always having fun in there. You can tell he's having fun in there, but he's not like a huge like taunting kind of guy.
No,
he's not a big. He's not a. He kind of bust that little bit of DS thing. Coming forward type shit. He's fucking putting his hands up and stuff. Which but he did do that against Aldo though. When fucking Aldo hurt him,
yeah,
he fucking taunted like, yo, let's bring it then, and of course the Ricardo Lamas fucking meet in the middle, so of course we know that Holloway's a savage, right? I gave that first round to Holloway because just based off of just the striking, right?
I think everybody should give that to Holloway the first round.
Yeah, exactly, right. That was a clean cut for Holloway. And then the second round basically much the same. Holloway likes to get in there though. He also likes to get in there. I online I called him technically chaotic because he likes to move his head and fucking get dig to the body, get like the good position and angles on the striking, but he's also willing to stand there.
Also, I think he's willing to take a hit though too.
He's willing to
take to trade one.
He's willing to eat it. He's willing to eat it. Now, of course, this is not a battle of toughness. Toughness was never going to be a doubt. We got Mexican versus Hawaiian, right?
Yeah, like let's just.
you know what I'm saying? It's a match made in heaven when it comes to that shit, right?
It's true though, and boy, goddamn.
And it was this round where. Man, dude, Holloway was slapping him up though.
Yeah, Holloway was slapping the fuck out.
Now, not only was landing the jab at will, he was landing the right cross at will too, man. Like you said, you mentioned like Ortega. He just looked like.
Oh, it looked like it was like first time boxing match.
Yeah, he just looked like an amateur, and they're striking against a very like highly proficient striker, right? Yeah. And let's call it what it is, man. I mean, he might be the best striker in the division now.
Yeah.
Yeah. let's
Yep.
call it what it is, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely is the best striker in the division right now.
So he got so that's 2 rounds to Holloway after 2. The third round, Ortega had his moment. It was like a minute long. It was his moment though, but he wobbled. He caught something with a short punch, and wobbled Max. But this is when Max is his most dangerous though. When he's like hurt though, because then if you overcommit, then he'll fuck you up though too.
That Chris Lieben thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You hurt Chris Lieben, you're like, all right, and all of a sudden he just knocks you the fuck out.
Yes, he has that. Yeah, Chris Lieben says I have this little button on my nose that if you touch it, my left hand comes out like a piston. Good old Chris Lieben, man.
I love Chris Lieben. He's reffing now.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. He's dude. That's what we fucking need, man.
Yeah.
We need. Yeah. He reffed that Golden Boy card.
Yeah.
We need more retired fighters to be referees because they if anybody knows the right time to stop a fight, and he not to mention he's a good referee. Chris Lieben's a good referee too. Like he even though Chris Lieben he's been the type of guy to be like go out on my sword.
Yeah.
He doesn't ref that way.
No. God.
Like he knows the right time to fucking step in. It's like, no, this dude's gonna get fucked up in here.
We need more of them.
Yeah.
I think.
Frank Trigg's also a referee as well.
That's a great move.
Yeah. So
I want to see big old Randy up in there fucking refereeing one day, dude.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That'd be dope, man.
Good, Randy has a quote unquote sex tape out apparently.
No, does he?
With himself. Yeah, it's on porno, dude.
No.
Dude, I swear to God, I'll show you later. I'll show you later, dude. I'll show you later, bro. It's 1,000% him, though. It's 1,000% him. Yeah, Captain America, son. Anyway, but let's keep talking about this. So, because of that big moment, because Holloway got him back later. Got Ortega back later in the round. Holloway did.
Yeah.
In that third round, and damn, you know, he's shit. Ortega's so tough, you know, and but now
Also, we've never seen Ortega like, in that situation though.
no,
That's the
no.
best.
I mean, we've seen him behind in fights.
Yeah.
We've seen him endangered before as well, but then he'll like snap a submission like nothing.
Yeah.
You know? When he's like real danger, you know. But not this time around, man. I gave the round to Ortega, which a lot of people did. The third round.
Just for that one little.
Yeah, just for that little bit, because it really stuck out. But I know that also a lot of people gave that round to Holloway because he came back so strong. Ended the round very strong.
So in the old days, you used to end around the takedown, you win it every time. You get mollywopped the whole fucking round.
Yeah. I don't know if it was this round. It might have been the end of the fourth round before the fight ended. But this round, when the bell sounded, that little stare down, a la Lawler McDonald. It was pretty dope, you know. And then in the corner, before the start of the fourth round, fucking Holloway was yelling at the commentators to like Joe and shit. It's like this is the round.
Yep.
I'm gonna end it now. It's like fucking calling a shot. It's crazy.
Wait, is this the motherfucker that do this is in the same fight too, where it said on Wikipedia they won already, or that went the other way?
No.
The other way.
No. It was on Wikipedia, but it went the other way.
Yeah, same round, everything too.
Yeah. Okay, so now this was, man. This was getting. The sustained beatdown for the full 5 minutes was looked really worrisome because now at this point, you know, Holloway landed a bunch of good shit. You know, fucking Ortega's face is all fucked up already.
Yeah.
But now he's landing at will.
Yeah, anything he wants to.
Anything he wants, dude, he's serving it up. You know, and there's a quote from HBO, which I stole from HBO Boxing, Jim Lamley, which I stole. He said, Manny Pacquiao is battering Oscar De La Hoya's beautiful face. I said, Max Holloway is now battering Brian Ortega's beautiful face, right? You know what I'm saying? Because he's pretty, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know?
But yeah, man.
And he was, man.
Yeah, he was getting fucking.
He was getting fucked up. But it was one of those things where Ortega desperately tried to go for the clinch every time he got fucking hurt. And then but Max would like slide right out and fucking keep going, right?
Yeah.
You know, he head, body, dude, fucking. And then when that round ended, you know, a lot of people already knew, like, man, oh shit, okay, this doesn't look good for Ortega, you know, like half the people already saying like, yo, man, they need the doctor to check on him, you know, and the doctor checked on him, the eye was swollen shut, his left eye was swollen completely shut, and it was purple.
Yeah.
All right. And then you know, the doctor called it, which was the right fucking call because it was Brian Ortega's a tough motherfucker. You know, he would have got up off the stool and fucking took more damage. Took more damage, you know.
Yeah.
But of course,
I think he was trying to go out and go out on a sword of horror, man. He already fell on one. He's like, nah, I'm so good.
Yeah.
Like, I need one more.
So then, you know, the doctor stopped it, and everyone in the arena was like, that's the right fucking call.
Yeah.
That's the right fucking call. And then from the 10th island, baby, 10th island. We got
we had one guy that's saying like, just bleed.
Yeah, and still the featherweight champion, Max blessed Holloway. His kid was in the cage after him. It was.
Check it went over and give the little bless, little fucking knuckle bump.
Yeah, that was a good to see. You know, I think immediately Ortega was, just for precaution, went to the hospital.
Yeah, well.
You know, every time there's a doctor stoppage like that, you know, they gotta go to the hospital automatically. You know, then you know, but Holloway, he ate some shots too, but he really looked no worse for it once they cleaned him up. Honestly, you know, honestly.
You know, like, even if you light up Max, I don't think he doesn't really look ever bad. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, like, Jesus, man, like fucking, you know, Ortega, man, that's like I think Dana quoted like, that's too tough for your own good, man.
Yes. So with a beatdown like that, let's not. Okay, so Ortega, maybe not until next spring. Just let him
Yeah,
chill. Let him chill, right? But man, Max Holloway, dude, do you know how good of a fight it were to be if Max Holloway went up in weight and fought Tony Ferguson?
I'd love it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine how good of a fight that would be, dude?
Because you can't have Tony Ferguson could beat, won't happen.
Yeah, apparently the MMA gods have already struck that down 5 times.
They're like, really? Again, guys?
Yeah.
Like, this ain't gonna work.
Yes.
You know that, right?
Yes.
It's not happening.
Yes. And you know, just there's so many good fights on the table now. Now that we know that Max is not like fucked up permanently from whatever went on, you know. And you know, his speech, his in the post fight with the media, his speech, he sounded a lot better than even before the fight, man. Like when you smacked him around a little bit, when Ortega hurt him in that 3rd round, it was like the way he spoke was clear and concise, man. It sounded really
his brain
good.
rattled back into
back into place, man. It sounded really good, dude. You know, but yeah, there are a million fights for him. But of course, I think sooner than later we got to talk about Max moving up, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's got the division now, pretty much. He beat the only person he hasn't beaten is Frankie, right?
Yeah, and I think he can beat Frankie.
I think he can beat Frankie.
I think he can beat Frankie. So
I hate saying that too.
Yeah, I know. That's why I try to say it as quietly as possible. but yeah, moving up. You know, he can even moving up if he gets fast tracked to fighting a top 5 in the lightweight division. I think there's a lot of guys he can beat.
Yeah,
Max.
So
in the lightweight division.
It's not like he's small. You know what I mean? He's big.
I mean, remember he was supposed to fight Khabib when Al Quinta took the spot, but the doctor wouldn't let Max cut any more weight.
Oh yeah.
To go 155. Can you imagine hearing that?
Oh, yeah, because he was just on his he was vacationing up. Real quick.
Yeah, and that was like 3 days notice, you know.
Yeah.
But he stepped on a scale and the doctor wouldn't allow him to cut down any more weight to 155. And he's a fucking 45er, that champ there. So he could, I think a lot of people are very high on Max Holloway, especially, man. This was a sold out arena. You know, he was at the Raptors game afterwards. Everyone knows who he is now for the most part. You know.
Yeah, immediately afterwards. The last 24 hours, like, all right, I'm going to the Raptors again. See you later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's it's a fun time for Max and everyone on that 10th island, baby. All right, so that's that was the card. Let's see. Let me just go let's do the specifics because I know this card made a lot of money.
Oh yeah, it had to.
So of course this was took place in Toronto, Canada, and attendance sold out over 19,000 persons, and a total gate of $2,400,000. That's American dollars, and Canadian dollars is a little bit more, obviously. Maybe like upwards of 3. So for the bonus awards, Max Holloway and Brian Ortega fight of the night, of course, right? And performance of the night, Max Holloway got himself performance of the night bonus too to get a $100,000 bonus, and also to Thiago Santos for that crazy ass war against Jimmy Manuwa. So congratulations to y'all, congratulations to Max. Tough fight for Ortega, but of course, you know, I mean, he showed a lot more. He showed a lot more in that loss than many people do in victory as well, you know?
Yeah.
So
definitely.
So he'll spring back up, like I said, though. You know, don't rush it. You know.
Oh God, no, don't.
You know, don't rush it. We don't want him to be one of those cases where like they came in too fast and they just get beat the fuck up again. You know.
Yeah.
So I say late next spring probably be at the earliest.
Yeah. Definitely. I think he made a good chunk of money off this fight too, though. So. Should be all right.
I'm sure he did.
Else too, like, you know, he's probably gonna get more sponsorships off it too, you know, for being a tough guy and all that shit too. So
yeah, and he's so chill, man. And of course though, you know, he's probably waking up with that fucked up eye though, but waking up next to Claudia Gadelha.
He was also fucked up.
He was also fucked up too. Was lost, right?
I bet we don't see my bad side. I can't see you.
Yeah, so he's probably, you know, going to work anyway.
I don't think he's going to work. He's like probably like Doc need the pill.
That's right. Yeah. That's actually one of the side effects of head trauma. It's a difficulty to maintain an erection.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, that's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah, because your testosterone gets all fucked
Oh,
up
yeah,
for
no, that
a
makes
while.
Yeah.
When you get your brain scrambled a little bit. So
That's why they say don't have sex before a fight. Keep all that testosterone inside your body.
well, I mean, sports science says that it's actually better to have sex before a fight. Because then you're all teed up.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, then the tea's all flowing at that point instead of
Gotcha.
bottled inside. Apparently, it's even better for women
Really?
to have sex. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. That was Rhonda's secret
No.
when she went on her tear against soccer moms, and Ken Zingano, and Misha Tate. well, I guess they might be soccer moms though. I mean, Misha Tate got a kid now.
It's true. Not then though.
Yeah, not then though. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, fun card. Great card.
Great card, yeah. We talk, of course. There's more to come. There's a card this weekend. We talk about Lee Iaquinta.
That's gonna be really good though. That's a really good free card.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic free card.
And then of course the year end, which we'll talk about when we're closer to that. The fucking year end. Okay, so the year end as Jones Gustafson, right?
Yep.
And Cyborg and Nunez, right?
Yep.
Apparently, there's a really cryptic message on the UFC Twitter. Very cryptic. It said 12/29/18. Okay, and then it showed like what looked like to be a championship belt, but one of the panels, it showed like the American flag and the Canadian flag.
What?
Yeah. I reposted on the WMD Twitter if you want to see it.
Wait. Okay. So.
It's very cryptic. I don't know. A lot of people are like, "The fuck does this mean?"
The American flag was Canadian flag.
Yeah.
They bringing somebody over?
I don't know. I don't know, man. But I'm just saying, it's really strange. Dude. Yeah,
I'm gonna go check it out. All right, start plugging them.
Yeah. All right. You can find me at Derek Thinks. That's DERICK Thinks.
Ripples 206 RIPPLES 206. I got nothing today.
And you can find this episode of the Weekly Mason and Derek podcast and all past episodes of the WMD podcast on our SoundCloud, Twitter, iTunes. SoundCloud, iTunes, Castbox, and other platforms. Any questions, comments, feedback? Check us out on Facebook and Twitter. That's THEWMDPODCAST. That said, any last words before the bomb drops? We got an expansion team in Seattle for the NHL. Woot woot.
Going on like a triangle.